Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second edition of the 80s Corner, second edition of volleyball with Coach Johnson. Coach, thanks for coming on today.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Coach, we're about at the midpoint way of the season. Got a solid record, 13-9 right now, 3-3 in the conference, sitting right there in the middle. Big one coming up tomorrow. How's the first half of the season been so far?
You know, it's been good. We started out a little slow, and I would say slow. I just think we had some things to learn. Young kids, big positions, things like that. And I felt like we were competing really well at the beginning. It wasn't that the wins might not have been coming, but I felt like we were seeing really good things against some really good competition. But we started out slow in the win column, and then it's kind of picked up, and that's been really nice.
Yeah. Absolutely. And when you say it kind of picked up, you're a little bit of humble there, but picked up quite a bit. You guys rolled with 10 in a row, which was absolutely fun to watch, and it culminated with a huge conference win over Bellevue, who's now ranked 15th in the country. And it was hot, and we had the towels out and making sure the floor was taken care of and that kind of stuff. But such a huge win for your program. How much did that mean for the girls? Obviously, conference-wise, it meant a lot, but how nice was that to be able to get such a huge win against a great team here in the Louis League?
Anytime you can beat a ranked team, it's important and it's big. It's especially big and important when it's in conference.
Mm-hmm.
Bellevue's a great team. They just turned around and knocked off the number 4th ranked team in the country against Viterbo on the weekend. So makes it even bigger.
Yeah.
But you just hope that that's not it. You want it. It's great, and it was awesome. And I wish we could have lived in it a little longer. Unfortunately, we turned around and we didn't show up like we wanted to against Dakota State. And Dakota State's a great team. I don't want to take anything away from them, but we didn't show up the way we wanted to. So we didn't get to live in that very long. But it was an awesome win. It was very fun. Now we just got to find a way to keep doing it. And I think we have the talent. I think we have the ability. We just have to find a way to do it night in and night out, from Friday to Saturday, and I think we'll be okay. Great.
And Coach, right now conference standings, it's a three-way tie at first right now with Dak State and Bellevue and Viterbo, and then you guys are just right there, 2 games back with a lot of volleyball left to be played, and like I said, not to beat a dead horse, but you're able to beat one of those teams, played Viterbo really tough. No, like you said, you want to play Dak State a little closer and that kind of thing, but what will you have to do? I know it's tough to make up ground and that kind of thing, but this second half of the conference season, so to speak, to maybe chip away and grab one of those top 3 spots come tournament time?
We'll win.
Yeah,
obviously.
Right.
But we have to beat the teams that we're supposed to. The biggest thing about our conference right now is there's never been more parity. From the top to the bottom, I think on any given night, any team can take down any team. And that is scary, and it is fun. We just went out to Dickinson on Saturday, and we got beat by a team who hadn't won in the conference, but that I was nervous about. They were they're not a bad team. They've taken sets from some really good teams in our conference, and so I was nervous going out there, and they got us, unfortunately, but we got to win those games. When you can beat the number 14th, or at the time 14th ranked team in the country, you got to be able to turn around and get the other ones too. And I think that's what we're going to have to do the second half. I think we're going to have to compete with the top, but the teams that don't have as many wins in the conference, we're going to have to get those wins, and it's going to have to be convincing. We go to presentation tomorrow, and that's no small feat. They're just kind of coming on right now.
3-3 in the conference as well.
Yeah, they're 3-3, and they have they've returned their big middle, Haley Beal, who's been really good for them. And so, we're doing what we can to game plan and try to get to where we want to get to. But this will finish out the first round of conference. If we can finish 4-3, I'll be okay with that. And then we got to get a few more on the back end. So that's what we got to do.
Awesome. And Coach, watching the girls play the home games here, what a gritty bunch, right? And health is been an issue a little bit, and starting to get healthy. But it's next person up. I mean, and you can see it in the way they play, and that's a testament to you and your staff and your girls. I mean, it's so fun to watch. You might lose a good player for a little bit, and they continue to just battle and that kind of stuff. So I know health, going down the stretch will be helpful, and that type of thing. And Coach, just not to look back on the first half of the season, but what girls have really, and I know it's team effort and they look great and battle for each other, but what girls have really, kind of carried the torch through, whether it's adversity, big wins that you've had, that dare I say, you're leaning on a little bit to continue to lead as you guys continue to battle the rest of the conference.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about health, our last 4 conference games, we've been without Victoria Johnson, and that's a big presence in the middle. We were able to get 2 of those 4 conference wins, and I was pleased with that. We played with 2 freshman middles, which
awesome.
Those are, and a freshman setter. Those are big positions to have freshmen in, and I thought they did a really good job. Madison Knutstig stepped into that middle position like she'd been there the whole time, and he came up big for us with a lot of blocks, and was really proud of her. And we just, night in and night out, our defense carries us, and both offensively, both in the front row with the block and in the back row with our defense. It kind of baffles other coaches because they'll say, how do you have less kills than us,
right,
and you're winning games? And then you look at our stat line, and we've got 35 to 40 more digs than everybody else, and we've got 10 to 12 more blocks than everyone else. That's just what we do. But when you talk about grit, that is just such a great way to describe this team. They're so they play hard, and they play hard all the time. And things don't always go our way, and things don't always work, but they always play hard. And so I think that, just as you can see in the media, Jaden Warner has done a great job in the back row. What's funny is that kid is just, what can I do more? What more can I do? What more can I do? And I don't know that, you
pretty amazing to watch from a fan's perspective, I'll tell you.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun. And the comments I get from coaches are, that typical, when is she going to graduate? When is she done? And, but she's a force, and she's number 1 in the country in digs and number 1 in the country in digs per set.
Wow.
But besides that, a lot of times with the libero, you'll get a really good defensive player, and they might not be so great at serve receive. Her serve receive percentage is up at 98, 99% most nights.
Wow.
Her serving percentage is almost always at 100%, which is my philosophy in terms of getting the ball into play. So she kind of does everything. On the front line, Hannah Bliss has done a really nice job, especially when Victoria Johnson was out, of just stepping up and being a big presence. We put in a couple new offensive plays for her, and she adapted very well. Both of them are 4-year Comets, which is really fun to see that kind of success for them. But Elora Pesa, my freshman setter, has been remarkable. That is a big position to be in as a freshman. When we went to Valley the other night, she came up with she had a triple double. So she had 11 kills, I think 30 some set assists, and 18 or some digs.
That's awesome.
That's a big night for anyone. That's a really big night for a freshman.
Absolutely, and a tough environment too.
And that is a tough place to play. Her composure is unlike anything I've seen. She just kind of goes about her business. She gets stuff done. When we ask her to fix something or change something, she does it. And it's just it's fun to see. It has been fun to see her not only grow as an athlete, but grow as an offensive threat for us too. Right. So. I just, big things to come from her.
Absolutely.
Too.
Only a freshman, I'm sure the cap space is just massive. So, well, that's great, Coach. And, as you said, tomorrow night, kind of wrap up first round of conference at presentation. We'll provide a little bit of separation, right? 4 and 5, they see each other, but, a big one there. And then you finish up this Friday, homecoming weekend, with a non-conference game against Briar Cliff. So, for all of you that are coming to homecoming, make sure you come out and support Coach Johnson's volleyball players as they have a non-conference game against Briar Cliff this Friday in the Louis Lee, and then you have an alumni game Saturday morning. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're really excited. I mean, pending weather, we're supposed to get a little snow, but we've got a good group. I think I've had a lot of people reach out and say that they're interested in coming back. We're going to be playing in the Louis Lee at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, and I hope it'll just be a fun time for some fellowship and some fun and get on the court a little bit. And I know that all those competitive juices are still flowing in a lot of those athletes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if you're an alum and you want to come out to either watch or play or and then joining us at the tailgate for the before the match, so we can visit a little, or before the football game, excuse me, so we can visit and hang out a little bit and get to see everyone. Would be awesome.
Coach, for anybody that might be coming in that may not have reached out to you yet or hadn't seen the times, can they contact you through email or?
Yeah, absolutely. Our match on Friday night is at 5:30, and we'd love to have as many alum there as possible. Reach out, let me know you're coming, just so that I get an idea of who's there. If you don't reach out, that's fine too. Show up. We'd love to have you either way. I know that things can be unpredictable, so if at last minute it works to come, we'd love to have everybody just show too.
Absolutely. Awesome. And I'll tell you, if you are coming in for homecoming, you haven't got a chance to see the volleyball team. They're so much fun to watch. We create a pretty cool atmosphere in the Louis Lee, and I know the girls appreciate it and hopefully feed off it and that type of thing. So, Coach, really appreciate you taking the time. I know how busy you are, and good luck this week.
Thank you.